to another video of your new year. Hi, my name's Brie. I got a very exciting video. As you can probably tell by the title, that's why you clicked on this video. We're doing a 24-hour readathon. Am I insane? Yes. Am I gonna try and stay awake all night? Yes. So it's 4:46. No, it's 4:49. And it's not even 4, it's... Can I not tell the time? It's 6:49 and I want to start by like 8 o'clock because I said I need to go out. I need to get like the goods. I need to get some snacks, some Red Bulls, just things to keep me going, you know. So I didn't know whether I wanted to do all day then all night or all night then all day. And I think my downfall would be if I did all day and all night, I would want to sleep in the night. Whereas tomorrow, when I'm tired during the day, I can go out, I can go to Starbucks, get a coffee, read in the car. I can't do that at night. So I decided I'm going to do all night and all day. I had a little nappy today as well. I literally had like a 3-hour nap, so I should be, you know, all set for tonight. But I've got a pile of books here that I wanted to show you before we get started. 2 of them are already on my TBR for this month and 1 of them I'm in the middle of. And then the rest are just like I've added in just in case I fancy them because I'm a bit of a mood reader. Oh my god. The one that I'm definitely going to be finishing tonight because I'm in the middle of it is The Darkest Temptation by Danielle Laurie. I am obsessed with the series. It's called The Maid series. This is book number 3 and it's the final book. I'm eating it up. It's about mafia men. What more do you want? Probably only like 70 pages in. Not that far into it, but it's only like 400 page book, so we'll get this done tonight. And then on my TBR I've got, these are my TBR for the month, which is Blood Flowers. I don't know whether I'm gonna fancy this. I might give it a go, but I don't know why. It's just not calling me, you know. And then on my TBR as well is House of Marion, which I think I might give this a go because I am actually really excited to read it. The only trouble is it's a hardback. Do I really want to sit there at like 4 in the morning and hold a hardback up? But then it might keep me awake, so we don't know. Belladonna by Adele and Grace. I have heard amazing things about this and I'm really intrigued to read it. I think, is it like a gothic romance? Gothic infused World of Wealth, yeah. And then in my last video I went to Waterstones and I picked up these 2 books, which is Better On You and The Way I Am Now. The Way I Am Now is the sequel to The Way I Used To Be. And then we got a Lynn Painter book because Lynn Painter is just an easy read. Like, you can't go wrong with a Lynn Painter book. I read Better Than Movies and I loved it. It was like a 3.75. It was so easy. I read it in like a day and a half. The chapters look smaller in this one because in Better Than the Movies the chapters were so long. And then lastly we've got Happy Place by Emily Henry. I think this might be a definite one to read tonight. I'm not sure. I do really want to get to it, but then I did want to save it for another video, but I also really want to read it, so I might give it a go tonight. Oh, so these are all my books. But I like to have a selection, you know, because I am the biggest mood reader there is, and especially if I'm staying up all night and all day, I need a selection to choose from. And with all that done and out the way, it's now 6:56. I'm gonna head to Tesco's, get all my supplies, all my goodies, my snacks, my energy for the night, and then start reading for 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to read from 8 o'clock tonight till 8 o'clock tomorrow PM. That's my 24 hours. I'm really nervous, like really nervous. I haven't read all day. I made sure that I didn't read at all today because I feel like I'm gonna be reading for the next 24 hours straight. Let's go get some goods and then we'll come back and start the timer. So I'm back from Tesco's. I bought so many snacks. I think I spent like £20 on snacks, but I know I'm gonna need them. I just bought such random stuff. I was gonna buy like ready-made coffee, but then I thought, Brie, you're just wasting money. You've got coffee in the house that I just need to prep. I need to put it in a jug. I do like 3 or 4 shots, maybe 5, I don't know. But I just looked now, so I was just gonna see like how far into The Darkest Temptation was. I'm actually only like on chapter 8, which is only 50 pages in, so we've got another like 300 pages to go. Well, 350 pages to go. It's almost 8 o'clock and I said I wanted to start at 8 o'clock, which I think I'm gonna read for like an hour here in my chair and then I'll check back with you in an hour. I'm gonna like get ready for bed then, like put my pyjamas on, do my skincare and things like that, and then I'll be set then for the rest of the night. But we're gonna start now at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And we're gonna start. Could be a bad idea getting into bed, but It's now literally just turned 9:20. I was gonna make myself some pasta, but then I didn't fancy pasta, and then I was gonna make myself these chicken things that I have. I couldn't be bothered for that either, so I just made myself a bowl of chips. But I'm gonna cozy back up into bed, and I'm just gonna do like hourly updates, check back like every hour. In my last video, I think it was like my bookish vlog, I started this and I said that I didn't know who Ronan was, but I just discovered that Ronan is Christian's brother from book 2. Some very juicy bits have just happened because the girl in Yamila, she's very like naive. Her father's like a mafia boss or something, but she's been very sheltered, and then she's gone to Russia and everyone's like looking at her weirdly, and they're like just looking at her weirdly, and I don't know why they're looking at her weirdly. She doesn't know that her father's like a mafia boss, so she's very naive, and then she's gone here, and then everyone's like sort of after her, or they know who she is, and this Ronan has now just kidnapped her. So I think it's going to be like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. But let's just begin reading, and hopefully I can finish this book before midnight. Coffee number 1 of this very long night. But it's 11 o'clock, more or less. And I'm on, I don't know why I'm holding the book. I'm not even reading the book. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm on page 149. I don't know why I said I was going to finish this by midnight. Like, who did I think I was? I'm only 37% of the way through. So I haven't even read 100 pages since the last time I checked on it. Why am I reading so slow? And my Kindle says I've got 4 hours and 32 minutes left. But I'm already feeling a bit tired. Like, I was laying in bed and I was like, I could feel my eyes starting to get a bit heavy. So I've got my heated blanket on. It's not a good idea. But I think I'm going to read in bed, and I think at one point, come like 3, 4, I might have to sit downstairs, or I might have to sit in my chair, because there's no way I can sit, like, lay in this bed, because I will fall asleep. I'm going to try everything that I can to stay awake. And I need to speak quite quietly because my roommate is next door and she's asleep. So I can't be like screaming. But I'm going to carry on reading. I'm going to get back into bed, drink my coffee, and have a snack, try and liven me up a bit. So it's currently like almost 1 o'clock, more or less, and I'm wide awake. I think the coffee is like just kicked in, but like I'd say like an hour ago, or maybe like 40 minutes ago, I was laying here and I was like, my eyes are just burning. I've just been like sipping on my coffee and I feel wide awake. I'm almost like over halfway through now. I'm 56% of the way through. I'm on page 226. What's it look like in the book? So I've read this much, and I've got this much left. So I'll probably be finished come like 3:30, 4. I'll probably finish the book. I thought I was going to finish this at like 12 a.m. Who's the Delulu girlie here? Me. I don't know like what to think of this book so far. I don't know. I don't think I like him. I don't know. I think it's the premise of the book. I just don't like the whole kidnapping and like him basically waiting for her to be ready to do the deed. Like, it's all a bit icky, and he's like, it's an age gap, which isn't like bad. Like, she's 20 and he's like 32, I think. But I'm gonna continue reading, check back with you at 2, 3 o'clock. Let's see. So bright. It's almost 4 a.m. and I just finished The Darkest Temptation. I like skim read the last 50 pages because I just didn't care. Like, I just knew what was going to happen, and I feel like the ending was just prolonged. Like, that book could have been easily 100 pages less. It did not need to be 400 pages. But I don't know what to read next. Let's go through the books that I have on my list. So we can either go something easy, like a Lynn Painter book. I think I need something first person. I feel like this is a bit too heavy for this time in the night. No, I'm not feeling them. It's in a third person. Look how small this writing is. This isn't a happy place. Why is this so small? Oh, we've got, oh my god, just picking this up is heavy. House of Mario. This does interest me though. No, I'm not feeling this. So out of these three, try to get a random number generator to decide. Book 1, book 2, book 3. Book 3. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. It's definitely time for this. These lights are gonna have to stay on, otherwise I will not be able to stay awake. So it's 4 o'clock, literally just turned 4 o'clock, and I just did a bit of quick maths, and this is like almost 400 pages, and if I read on average 60 pages an hour, it'll only take me about 6 hours to get it done. That means I'll finish at 10 AM and then I got another 8 hours. No, I got another 10 hours after that. I'll probably be able to finish one other book and maybe start another one. Maybe. We'll see. I've only read 38 pages. I thought I'd only been reading for like 20 minutes and I looked at the time and it had been 55 minutes. I was like, I've only read 38 pages. I'm on chapter 5 right now and I'm loving it. I wasn't a big fan of other Emily Henry books, but when I'm reading the book, I'm literally like on this because the writing's so small and I don't know where my glasses are. I literally got up just now to have a look at them, but I have no idea where they are. I'm just gonna continue reading. I am so tired though, like really tired. I cannot wait for the sun to start coming up. It's 6 o'clock and I'm still not even 100 pages in. I'm on page 90. I think it's taken me forever to read this because, like, if you haven't read Emily Henry's books before, her writing is so like descriptive and I want to say like whimsical, but I don't know, like she's very creative when she writes and you've got to pay like a lot of attention to everything that's being said. So I think that's why it's taken me longer. I'm just not used to her writing style, so I'm like rereading stuff to like double check I'm understanding what's going on. Do I look okay? Because I do not feel okay. I fell asleep. I checked my phone last, so I've been sleeping for like an hour. I fell asleep at like 6:40 something and I literally woke up like this with my book literally just like this. So I fell asleep just like in the middle of the chapter. I think my eyes just closed. I think gravity worked against my eyes and my eyes just shut without me even knowing. I need to move from bed though because I am so tired right now. I'm gonna get up, have a shower, brush my teeth because my teeth feel disgusting. We're gonna go get some breakfast and read in the car for a bit because I need to get out of my bed. Oh my god. Look Good morning, world.
Hi, how can I get in?
Hi, could I have a cheesy bacon flatbread, please? Could I have 2 hash browns?
2 hash browns, yeah.
And a caramel frap, please.
We're out of caramel from at the moment.
Could I just have an orange juice instead then, please?
I know.
Thank you. So I feel a lot better now that I'm out in the car. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still tired and I can speak at a proper volume now because my housemates aren't asleep. I really wanted a caramel frap, but they didn't have any. But I got 2 hash browns and a cheesy bacon flatbread. So it's 8:46 right now. I'm just gonna sit here for like half hour to an hour and read. I've still got another like 12 hours to go. 11 hours to go, I mean. Which is kind of depressing, but I think we've got this. I don't know what part of my brain thought, like when I did my girl math earlier, I thought I was going to be finished by 10 a.m. I'm on chapter 28, page 272. I've got like this much left, which is about 80 pages, something like that. It's roughly about 80 pages left. But I just started tearing up because there's this bit. Obviously, like, I don't know if you haven't read this, then it follows Win, which is the MMC. The female main character is Harriet. Dual timeline, so they met in college, they fell in love, they got married, they didn't get married, they got engaged, he split things off, like, really randomly, and they haven't seen each other in, like, 5 months. But then their group of friends is, like, coming back together to the beach house for summer, and they see each other, but they've, like, their friends don't know that they've split up, so pretending to still be together and all that, and it's just, like, flicking back and forth. Because he broke up with her, so, like, randomly, they've just been, like, doing this, like, push and pull thing together, like, in the present day. And I just started tearing up because he was like saying that he wanted to make her a table, and she was like, it's amazing seeing you like this, so happy. And he goes, I'm really happy. And she's like, I'm so glad. That's so sad because the way he's just like saying that he's happy without her, I don't know what to expect from this book. Like, are they going to end up together? They have to get back together. Surely they have to get back together. But I'm just going to carry on reading now, and I'll check back with you once I'm finished with the book. I finished it. But I'm like on time, but I think he's sitting at like a 4-star. It was just such a wholesome read, and I think I mentioned earlier, I feel like everything's just been a blur. I can't even remember what I've said, but like, I've never really been like an Emily Henry girly. I know like some people are an Emily Henry stan. I've always just been like, I enjoy her writing, it's okay, like in my opinion. I love this, and I feel like it took me so long to read because her writing is so unique, and like she's so whimsical and descriptive in the way that she writes. I just wanted to read like every single word. Usually when I read, I'll like skim a bit and I can usually get the gist of what's going on, but like I wanted to read every single word. Oh my god, I'm so tired. These are obviously the books that I picked out earlier. I think this is still going to be a no, which is Blood Flowers. Still not feeling the way I am now. Definitely not House of Mario. And then I got Belladonna or Better Than the Movies. No, Better On You. Or I could choose something completely different. I feel like I need a short book. Like, all of these are like over 300 pages. I feel like I just need like a 200 to 300 page book. I got Funny Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. This is like 334. I don't want to start a series. Like, The Cruel Prince is quite small. Then do I want to start a series? No, I don't fancy this. Cinderella is Dead This is first person. Sorry if you can hear the music. My roommate next door is getting ready to go out, so her music is like really loud. I think I might give this a go. I think this could also be a contender if I don't fancy this. Right, yeah, we're gonna start this. Cinderella's Dead. I've said it like 10 times now, but I just can't function. I'm gonna see if this is on audiobook because I feel like I can't read words anymore. Like my head is so fried. No, Cinderella's Dead is not on audiobook, so I'm gonna listen to something else. Oh, what's this? Plot twist by Bria Keenan. See, I can't even speak anymore. It looks like an Emily Henry book, and it literally says, yeah, I'm gonna give this a go, and I'm just gonna like pot it around the house, and I need to make a thumbnail for a video, and I'm gonna do some washing while I listen to this, and then we might start this a bit later once I've had a break from words on paper. Replace what's on my head because I need my fringe on my face, but I've just been sat here editing, well, doing like last minute editing bits while listening to the audiobook. I've just started like track 30. I've been sat here for, it's 5 o'clock right now. Time did I start? Like, I've been sat here for the last like 2 hours. 3 hours left of this. It's alright, but I feel like I haven't been fully listening to it. I've had it on like 2 times speed as well. It's alright, sitting at like 2.5, 3 star. Like, it's nothing. I've actually been quite entertained, but I couldn't tell you what's happened. Ooh, the next Lila Sage book actually. I haven't got the physical copy. So the next is Swift and Saddled. The first book is Done and Dusted. I rated like a 3 star. Here, I think this follows the female main character's brother, and I think he's a single dad. I think. Yeah, I'm going with this book. And I'm on chapter 7 and I'm actually enjoying it so far. I did almost doze off, which I probably got on camera, but I'm actually enjoying it so far. It's very similar. If you've read the Chestnut Spring series, you'd enjoy this series. It's not as good, like I'm not as like connected to the characters as I was in Chestnut Springs. It's got like that similar vibe where you have obviously the Rebel Blue Ranch, which is like the home, and there's a family that live there. It's 2 brothers and 1 sister. The first book was about the sister. This is about Wes, which is I think the middle brother, or he might be the youngest, I'm not sure. And then there's another older brother, which I'm guessing is going to be the next book out. But you have like the dad in there as well, so the dad is like similar to like Daddy Eaton in the Chestnut Springs. He's got that same sort of like personality, so there's a lot of similarities and I can't really like see past that. I think I mentioned before I started this book that I thought this was like single dad nanny vibes. It's not. So Wes is building a like holiday home sort of thing on the ranch, and Ada is the like contractor, not the contractor, she's like the interior designer or something like that, and they meet the dive bar in the town. She's just driven there. She's from California. She's just driven there. She's gone to this dive bar. She's like hooked up with Wes without knowing that it's Wes, and then she's gone to the ranch the next day to go meet Wes as he's employed her to be the interior designer. And obviously they meet for the first time. They're like, shit, I was literally had my tongue down your throat yesterday. There's a good chance I might finish this tonight, but I'm gonna carry on reading. I'll check back with you when it's like, I'll probably just check back when it's like 8 o'clock, to be honest. I've done it. I have read for 24 hours straight. Do you know how do you know how boggled my brain is right now? I will say though, I am 50% I am 50% of the way through. I'm kind of eating this up. I've flown through it. So in the last like hour and a half, I've literally read 100 and something pages. So I'm going to continue to read this. This is going to be the last clip from tonight because I am going straight after I finish this book. And then tomorrow, I'll let you know my thoughts and feelings on these books because I need to gather my thoughts. And as you can tell, I cannot speak right now. Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow when I wrap up these books and let you know my thoughts and feelings on them. So I feel like I look a bit more presentable than yesterday. I stayed up until about 10. I finished Swift and Saddled and I slept last night for 12 hours. I woke up at 8, looked at my phone and I thought, no, I'm going back to sleep. And I went back to sleep and I feel fine. I feel refreshed. I feel good. But I'm going to go through the books that I read. I'm going to get some stats up as well. I ended up reading 3 books and I listened to 60% of one of them. And I'm just gonna go through all of them in order and tell you my ratings and my thoughts. So I obviously finished The Darkest Temptation. I was on chapter 8 when I started this. This is the 3rd book in the Maid series and I didn't love it. This was my least favourite of the series. The first book was like 4.75, the second book 5-star. This was only like a 3-star. I didn't like the vibe of it. So it was a kidnapping. So he is a big mafia boss in Russia and her dad is a mafia man as well. He's from Russia but he's not allowed in Russia or something because Ronan wants to kill him. So but Mila, the female main character, is like naive to everything. She doesn't know that her dad is like criminal mastermind basically. So she goes away to Russia to try and find out more about her, like her past and her mother and stuff like that. As soon as she gets there, she runs into Ronan. He basically kidnaps her and keeps her as his like pet. And I'm not a dark romance girly and this was just a bit like bordering that dark line. Like the other 2 books weren't as dark as this and I am a very fluffy romance girly. I don't do dark romance. Like the whole she's my pet things he was saying, like, oh, I'm not going to return it to her father until like she wants me. I'm just like, I don't know, I didn't like it. It was like a 3-star. It was good but I don't know, it was a bit icky. And then I went in with Hat Place by Emily Henry and I loved this book so much. I've decided to settle on like a 4.5. Even though I loved it, I still didn't have that like 5-star feeling after I read it and I've had time to think about it. I've slept on it and it's like a 4.5. I loved the book but I think I didn't like being in the past. I had like every time we were in the past chapters, I really wanted to be in the present chapters. Like I loved the present like chapters but obviously the past chapters are relevant and I don't think the book would have been as good without the past chapters. So it kind of contradicts what I'm saying compared to the other Emily Henry books I've read, because I mentioned that I'm not an Emily Henry fan like compared to some people. Like some people are an Emily Henry stan. I love this and I think it's like saved my thoughts. What am I trying to say? It's like it's saved my thoughts on what I thought about like Emily Henry. Any new Emily Henry books that come out, I am still gonna read. And then I was sick of reading words on paper and I needed to get some editing done. So I decided to listen to an audiobook while I did some editing and I uploaded the video and scheduled it. So I listened to Plot Twist by Rhea Keenan. I couldn't even tell you what happens in this. It is basically like a copy and paste version of Beach Read by Emily Henry. That's basically what it is. I did enjoy it, but I can't really rate it because I didn't really finish the book. I think it's sitting there like, I don't know, because I wasn't fully submerged in it and I'm not a big audiobook fan anyway. It's like a 2-star. I think maybe if I'd actually read the book I might have enjoyed it more. And then I went in with Swift and Saddled on my Kindle. This is the 2nd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch. So obviously this is the 1st book. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I've had the same issues with this book as what I did when I read this book, is that they're so short. There's not much to like grasp you to the story. I feel like it's as if she's trying to keep the books short and sweet but then we skip over a lot of like major things. Don't really get us to like connect to the characters a lot. But I did love the characters. Wes and Ada loved their personality. Especially Ada. I felt like I was a bit like Ada, very like introvert, also very organised, love things to be done, very bossy, and that's me. I felt like I connected a bit to her. Originally 3.5. I did really enjoy it. It was good. I'd probably read the next book as well because they're just such easy reads. I read it in about 4 hours. That was everything that I read. I read so much. So I read 1051 pages, which is insane. And I listened to, I think it was like 3 hours or something of like an audiobook. I don't know whether I'll try next time to do day-night. Then your sleep schedule's so fucked up then because I'm gonna have to sleep in the day. I'm not gonna be able to stay up all day again until it's time for me to sleep in the night. So I feel like that's just gonna mess my sleep schedule up. Yeah, make sure you subscribe down below to keep an eye out for any more 24-hour readathons. And I got a bunch of new videos coming up, really fun videos. So yeah, keep an eye out for them as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Bye.